So, how do you handle objections when you have a client or a prospect that is, that is very, very difficult to handle, or they're just, they're saying no to you, or they're just proving difficult. One of the things you need to do is this. So, number one is you pause, take a second. Don't interrupt a prospect when they are voicing out their complaints, even if they say that your app is the worst in the world, or you guys are scammers, or you guys are. Don't interrupt them. Let them feel you are listening. Listen to them. Be empathetic. Empathy is always one of the greatest tools of connecting with another human being. So once they feel that you understand, or you are feeling for them, you understand what they are doing or what they are trying to say, you can always break the ice that way. So first is let them know that you are listening to them, that you are hearing them. Don't interrupt. Don't try to say no, we are not like that. Don't argue. Just let them finish. So number two is always ask, how do you mean? So if they say something and you think that it's a generalized statement, then ask them, how do you mean? So if they say all internet companies are bad, they are all yahoo yahoo, and say, how do you mean? So this will help them to expand on their objection. So they will give you more detail. All right. So have you had, like, for instance, they might have had a personal experience, or they know somebody very close to them has had a personal experience with an online company that is bad. So asking them, how do you mean, helps them to be able to elaborate on what they're going through. Number three is always use feel. Always use feel, felt, or found. So something like, I understand how you feel. Okay, so I've had a couple of other clients who have felt the same way. Here is what we did to help them that they found worked very well. Now, this feelings. Almost every objection is based out of feelings. It's not out of logic. Logic. This person you're talking to has not done business with Wakanda Market before. They don't know Wakanda Market. They have not been disappointed by Wakanda Market. It's not like they have anything against us personally. All right, but because of the it's just a feeling, because of how they felt, based on prior experiences or experience of other people they know. They because of that they are objecting to what Wakanda Market is doing. So you always use the word feel. It gets through to them, because it helps them to understand that what they are feeling is that they are feel. It's a feeling. It's not just logical. All right. So another thing you can do is be non-confrontational. Never ever argue. I've mentioned that before. Don't ever argue. Ask additional questions to identify a way to solve their problem if you can. Every objection most likely has a solution. And number three is narrow down the objection to one. So, like, okay, for instance, if somebody complains about this app is always closing, this app is always shutting down. So then, and you've already discussed that. So always say, other than your app shutting down, is there anything else causing you not to come on board Wakanda Market app, or not to buy the website, or not to sign up with us and all that? So you need to always narrow down the objection to one thing. So if there are other objections, listen to all those things and make sure you resolve them and all that. Always narrow it down so that they can know that, okay, apart from this one, if I can solve this one, then you don't have any other reason not to come on board the platform, or not to buy the website, or not to pay for the services you are getting. Okay, so then establish next steps. Talking to other decision makers, call back dates, time, always establish. So if somebody gives you a complaint, or there is an objection, or there is something that is wrong, always tell, okay, I will get back to you tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to call my superior tonight, and by tomorrow morning I'll give you an answer, or I'll have a response for you, or I'll have a solution for you. Always establish next steps. Let them know what exactly you're going to do to help them solve their problem immediately. And number five, if you solve their problem, always ask them to sign up. The moment you solve their problem, don't hesitate to ask them to sign up. All right. So the whole idea of going out of your way to help people solve their problems, or to handle their objections, is that you might get them at the end of the day to sign up. So never ever forget to ask them to take that action immediately. You've been able to resolve the challenges they may have with the platform. All right.